Welcome back to our new video, that is MCQs on bacterial diseases, and this is the part 5 of this series of videos on bacterial disease. Okay, so the first question, that is question number 81, is the anthrax resulting from Bacillus anthracis via cuts or skin abrasion is cutaneous anthrax or pulmonary anthrax, or both A and B, or option D, that is neither A nor B, and the right one is option A, that is cutaneous anthrax. So the anthrax resulting from Bacillus anthracis via cuts or skin abrasion is cutaneous anthrax. Okay, so move on to the next, that is question number 82, is the anthrax resulting from Bacillus anthracis via inhalation of endospores is option A cutaneous anthrax, option B pulmonary anthrax, option C both A and B, option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option B, that is pulmonary anthrax. So the anthrax resulting from Bacillus anthracis via inhalation of endospores is pulmonary anthrax. Okay, so next question देखेंगे, question number 83, it is which of the following is waterborne pathogen, and the options are option A Salmonella enteriditis, or option B Vibrio cholerae, option C Yersinia enterocolitica, option D all of the above, and the right one is option D, that is all of the above are foodborne pathogens. So move on to the question number 84, that is which one of the following is a reservoir of animal intestinal tracts, and the options are option A Aeromonas hydrophila, option B Salmonella enteriditis, option C Vibrio cholera, option D Helicobacter pylori, and the right one is option B, that is Salmonella enteriditis. So Salmonella enteriditis is a reservoir of animal intestinal tract. Okay, so move on to the next question, that is question number 85. It is gas gangrene is caused by option A Clostridium perfringens, option B Clostridium novoi, option C Clostridium septicum, or option D all of the above, and the right one about the gas gangrene is caused by option D, that is all of the above bacterium. Okay, is responsible for gas gangrene. So move on to the next, that is question number 86. So which of the following bacterium causes genitourinary infection, and the options are Mycoplasma urelyticum, Mycoplasma hominis, both A and B, or neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct one. So both Mycoplasma urelyticum and Mycoplasma hominis, that are the bacterium which cause genitourinary tract infection. Okay, so next question देखेंगे, that is question number 87. So that is which of the following antibacterial is used against Mycoplasma associated genitourinary infection, and the options are option A tetracycline, option B erythromycin, option C both A and B, option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B, that means both tetracycline and erythromycin, that are the antibacterial, is used against Mycoplasma associated genitourinary tract infection. So move on to the question number 88, that is worldwide infection of inclusions conjunctivitis is caused by option A, that is S. aureus, option B chlamydia trachomatis, option C Mycoplasma urelytica, option D none of the above, and the right one is option B, that is chlamydia trachomatis. Okay, so next question देखेंगे. Next question है which of the following bacterium is associated with Hansen's disease, and the options are S. aureus, option B chlamydia trachomatis, option C Mycoplasma urelytica, option D Mycobacterium leprae, and the right answer is option D, that is Mycobacterium leprae. So Mycobacterium leprae, which is a bacterium, is associated with Hansen's disease. Okay, so move on to the question number 90. that is Hansen's disease bacterium most frequently found in option A Schwann cells, option B gliding cells, option C allergic cells, option D epithelial cells, and the right one is option A, that is Schwann cells. So Hansen's disease bacterium most frequently found in Schwann cells. Okay, so move on to the question number 91. It is which of the following is or are potential virulence factor responsible for epithelial cell damage and inflammation is via option A protease and phospholipase, option B cytokines and cytotoxin, option C both A and B, option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct one. So potential virulence factor responsible for epithelial cell damage and inflammation is via both option A and option B. So move on to the next one, that is question number 92. So 92 is Staphylococcus aureus is expressed correctly by which of the following, and options are gram positive and facultative anaerobe, occurs singly, in pair and in tetrad and divide in more than one plane. Option C, these are catalase positive and infect respiratory tract, skin, intestine and vagina, and option D, all of the above. And the right answer is option D, that is all of the above information are correct about the Staphylococcus aureus. Okay, so let's move on to the next question, that is question number 93, that is rice water stool is associated with option A, that is foodborne botulism, option B cholera, option C gastroenteritis, option D that is salmonellosis, and the right one about the rice water stool is associated with option B, that is cholera. Okay, so move on to the next one, that is question number 94. So salmonellosis is transmitted through contaminated beef products, option B poultry, option C fish, option D only A and B, and the right one is option D, that is only A and B, that means beef product and poultry. So salmonellosis is transmitted through contaminated beef products and poultry. So move on to the question number 95, that is Staphylococcus aureus infection lead to boils and carbuncles, or option B, that is impetigo and scalded skin syndrome, option C both A and B, or option D neither A nor B, and the right answer is option C, that is option A, both A and B is the correct one. So Staphylococcus aureus infection lead to boils and carbuncles and impetigo and scalded skin syndrome. So move on to the question number 96, that is exfoliative toxin production is associated with toxin shock syndrome, option B staphylococcal scalded skin syndrome, or option C both A and B, option D neither A nor B, and the right answer about the exfoliative toxin production is associated with option C, that is both A and B, that means toxic shock syndrome and staphylococcal scalded skin syndrome. So next one is 97, that is antibiotic recommended against Staphylococcus aureus infection is or are option A penicillin, cloxacillin, methicillin and vancomycin, or option B oxacillin, foxamine, photoxim, cephalosporin and rifampin, or option C both A and B, or option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct one about the antibiotics recommended against Staphylococcus aureus infection. Okay, so move on to the next question, that is question number 98. So some famous people associated with the spirochete pallidum infection is or are all Al Capone or Francisco Goya or Henry, or all of the above, and the right one is option D, that is all of the above. So some famous people associated with the spirochete pallidum infection are Al Capone, Francisco Goya or and Henry. So the next one is some famous people associated with the spirochete T. pallidum, that is Treponema pallidum infection is or are Adolf Hitler, Franz Schubert or Oscar Wilde or all of the above, and the right answer is option D, that is all of the above. So some famous people associated with the spirochete T. pallidum infection are Adolf Hitler, Franz Schubert and Oscar Wilde. Okay, so move on to the last question of this video, that is bacterial vaginosis, a sexually transmitted disease is caused by Gardnerella vaginalis or Mycoplasma hominis or both A and B or neither A nor B, and the right one is option C. This both A and B is the correct one about the bacterial vaginosis, which is a sexually transmitted disease is caused by Gardnerella vaginalis and Mycoplasma hominis. Okay, so these are all 20 questions on bacterial disease, and this is the part 5 of this series of videos. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.